Every technology has an origin story. The technology of wealth, real wealth, not currency, not coins, was never born in banks. It was forged in myth, hidden in allegory, and whispered only in the temples of those who ruled reality. One of the most suppressed origin codes speaks of Plutus, not the caricatured god of gold from diluted history books, but the true architect of financial frequency, a being described not as a giver of coins, but as the keeper of the forge. The forge of Plutus was no furnace for metal. It was a neuro-energetic crucible, a chamber where initiates entered not to receive wealth, but to be transformed into wealth itself. Inside this forge, the scarcity algorithm was burned away, the ancestral beliefs, the inherited poverty, programming, the subconscious scripts of servitude. The hammer that struck them was not iron, it was revelation. Each blow, a line of code erased, each spark a neuroplasticity rewire. The heat they felt was not fire, it was the surge of quantum data transfer. Their old identity melted, a new financial frequency crystallized. They emerged not with treasure, but as treasure. Their bodies, now biochemical transmitters of magnetic monetization. Their minds, upgraded to an elite operating system, capable of commanding quantum revenue streams with thought, word, and intentional action. This is the secret encoded in myths, hieroglyphs, and sacred architecture. Wealth is not something you acquire. Wealth is something you radiate. Consider this: when you walk into a room and feel the presence of someone who just has it, that gravitational pull, that effortless command of opportunity, that is not charisma, that is active wealth. DNA. Their field is emitting a high-amplitude signal, a signal that bends circumstances around them. Ancient initiates called it the halo of Plutus. Modern neuroscience calls it coherent frequency broadcasting, broadcasting from a regulated nervous system. Economists see its aftershocks in rapid asset acquisition, in compounding influence, and in luck that defies probability models. And the masses, they never learned the forge existed. They were told to worship coins, to chase paychecks, to pray for raises, all while the real initiates were rewriting reality from the inside out. Here is the forbidden truth. You do not become wealthy by adding. You become wealthy by alchemizing. You must step into your own forge, not to beg, to breforged. That the abundance codex you are now decoding is not an instruction manual, it is the very forge itself. Each revelation you have heard is a hammer strike. Each high-voltage word is heat. Heat applied to the old metal of your scarcity self. You are being tempered for something the old system cannot withstand. Sovereign wealth, consciousness. When Plutus's initiates completed the process, they were not given land, title, or banknotes. Those were merely reflections. What they were given was command. A signal so strong that economies would orbit them. That is what modern billionaires, mystics, and power brokers still guard. The ability to become the gravity well in any marketplace. The forge was never destroyed. It was simply hidden in symbols, encoded in rituals, renamed as intuition, strategy, or vision. Today, that veil lifts. You are not learning about Plutus. You are becoming the forge. The question is no longer, how do I get more money? The question is, what must be burned away? What must be burned away for my presence to become the code that prints money? This is the alchemy of wealth. And you are standing at the threshold.